Recording this on the day the trailer was released for the new DLC, and definitely feeling pretty hyped. Today we've got a replay from Lenorm versus Inkars here. Inkars playing as the Green Tide, or Orcs and Goblins, I guess is technically their name in tabletop, and what they were referred to as in the DLC announcement, which I thought was pretty interesting. The Bolt Thrower also is the Bolt Thrower, and not the Spear Chuck Up for reasons, I guess. That's fine. But how the DLC will actually affect multiplayer is what I actually care about on this channel, right? And it remains to be seen, of course. Generally, it will be determined by how the balance of individual units shake out. I mean, nothing on paper looks like really insane. Of course, like single entities can be super broken or, you know, really useless depending on certain factors, like the Mangler Squigs as well. We'll see kind of how they operate in-game. I really honestly don't know based on the trailer if they're going to be like a Fanatics type or like a Chariot or who knows. But anyway, this replay between the Daemons and the Green Tide here, we've got for Lenorm, this is an Exalted Lord of Change. It's got a bunch of blues here, including Chromatic Aberrations, Bringers of a Beguilement, and then out on the flanks here, some Heart Seekers and Regular Seekers. Been seeing this a bit lately, and it definitely makes me very happy. They are quite strong units, if tricky to use. The ultimate glass cannon, if you will. But against them, Skarsnik here and a Rogue Idol leading the way. A bunch of Goblins in the front line. Second line of Orc Airboys. A bunch of Skirmish Cav as well. A couple of Broken Tusk Mob, or the one Broken Tusk Mob at least, and Orc Warboy Biggins. Now we'll get things rolling and kind of speculate a little bit about the DLC. I don't have access to it yet. By the time you guys are seeing this, I might have access to it, but of course I won't be releasing content for it until the 4th, I believe, of December, which definitely going to be a good time had by all. You can see both players kind of getting to some scraps out here on the flanks. Slaanesh generally getting the better of that engagement here, and out on the far side as well, getting a nice engagement onto these Orc Warboy Biggins. Yeah, I'd be curious to see how the new stuff for the Green Tide affects various matchups. Definitely, you know, the Squig units I've got my eye on, mostly because I love Squigs. Just make me very happy. And all the characters as well. I mean, having a Lord-level generic caster could be good if he's like, you know, cheaper version of, like, Wurzag, for example, right? Yeah, the heroes potentially could be interesting depending on their loadout and what abilities they have, and, you know, again, how they're costed and everything. But here in this battle, we do see a big break on the flank for the Orcs here as the Broken Tusk Mob get crumbled very quickly. And then that leads to the collapse of multiple Orc Airboys, Wolf Riders. There's the Airboy here. Here in the center, just getting sandwiched. Attacked from multiple sides here. Just absolute brutality. A great time if you're Demonette here, riding one of these Seekers. But if you're an Orc, just absolute misery. At least it's quick, though. It does happen very, very quick that the unit is just completely deleted. That being said, Skarsnik and the Rogue Idol are holding out just fine here. They've been able to fight mostly in the woods, which protected them largely from the blues, which blues are mostly dead anyway from the counter rush. And yeah, the Exalted Lord of Change here just been firing away up in the air, these blue fires, trying to pick away Skarsnik's HP. But again, some of those being blocked by the trees there. So, nice back and forth. The Daemons here having a mobility advantage. Pretty decisive one at that. They're going to be able to clean up all of these peripheral kind of tattered regrouping units. You can see already the Seekers, Heart Seekers going out into space to do just that. Meanwhile, more charge here in the center. As the Bringers of Beguilements, I think, are they even still alive? Yes, they are in here. Barely still. They'll do really nice damage in a surround on the Rogue Idol, but of course, the Rogue Idol is going to be a very tough opponent to take down. Yeah, just overall very, very strong, especially as it takes damage. The weapon strength will increase and get more and more dangerous. And yeah, lose a little bit of armor, but also does some nice AoE damage. So we'll see how much Demons are able to kind of grind that. These Slaanesh Demons obviously very squishy, pretty low HP overall, very high damage, but you can see already some of those Seekers starting to go. The Bringers of Beguilement are pretty much done anyway already. I don't know. The Chromatic Aberrations also got pulled into melee there. They're going to try to pull away, see if they can extricate themselves and loose some fire literally. Nice brain burst, sort of preemptively. Catches a good number of the Heartseekers on the approach. The rest do manage to get in here and get a nice surround momentarily. They're going to try and cycle charge as best they can here, which is definitely the right thing to do. The animations of the Rogue Idol are very slow, and these couple of Bringers of Begaum also hanging around with their leadership amazingly. Are continuing to apply that Charmed debuff, which it's pretty impactful. Wow, look at the damage on that charge. That was like a few thousand HP, just absolutely wiped away in a few seconds. Didn't even get the Fury summon off before the game is basically over. Wow, that is pretty good stuff. Demons Chaos definitely feel like stronger of the two Chaos sort of mixed factions right now, which is pretty interesting. One big reason for that is definitely Furies, but a lot of the demonic units have had a lot of nice buffs and are really strong right now. Here we see, yeah, just nice execution. Hundreds of kills on all the Seekers and Heartseekers, averaging out their value. Probably all pay for themselves, pretty close, but yeah, pretty good stuff from the Cavalry Force, Lenorm here. Also the Blues, they're kind of here just more or less as meat shields. You do a decent job, but the Bringers also basically include them in the Slaanesh Cavalry Force, right? So you have the Siege meat shields, the Slaanesh damage dealers, and it worked out great in this build. The Exalted Lord of Change sort of cackling, leading the way. Pretty excellent, to be honest. Who knows? Maybe I'll even make this the Thanksgiving special since it's got the Chaos Turkey. You know, just thinking of that now, actually, as I'm recording this. Maybe I'll switch up the schedule and do that. Yeah, for Inkars, unfortunately, other than, well, basically everything struggled. It's just kind of a tough battle, to be honest. But, yeah, and as far as how things will affect the meta of the game, it's really hard to say, like I said, for these specific matchups. The one for Slaanesh is maybe the Squig, like I said, the big Colossus Squig. But, I don't know, Black Orcs with shields, like, it's a nice unit to have. They're probably not going to affect that many matchups, actually. And I also have some thoughts about that unit specifically that I'll probably make in a dedicated video once I have access to the DLC. But, yeah. Overall, good stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't really have much else to add on the Green Tide side because we'll get to them shortly. As for Slaanesh, yeah, overall seemed pretty good. They'll get their DLC eventually, but for the time being, a lot of their units have had some nice buffs, so they seem very solid. Very good place right now, honestly. And that was actually Daemons, of course. But Daemons even better. I mean, you have most of the good Slaanesh units, right? All the good, like, damage dealer Slaanesh units, at least, are all Daemons. The Warriors are good. They're sturdy. They can be good in certain matchups and builds, but yeah, Daemons overall, very strong, really good variety of different stuff you can do and try and take, and different combinations of things. Very fun play, honestly. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.